So Barcelona was winning because Sergio Roberto and PK were hurt, and he was forced to play players that actually fit their position and were doing a good job? Tell me I'm wrong. All right, folks, it's Tuesday afternoon. I looked at the score at the 75th minute, and we were winning 2-3, and I was pretty fired up, right? I was pretty excited. I was thinking, okay, I accidentally got an update, and I didn't want to watch the game, but I was thinking 3-2, perfect. I won't watch it till I get home. So we ended up tying Levante 3-3 in the one opportunity we had to get on top of La Liga. Like, for all the things that could have happened, we shouldn't have been in first place, but we had an opportunity. Barcelona's up 2-0, and we end up losing 3-2. Messi scores, Pedri scores. Pedri even had an extra opportunity in the first half that he definitely should have put away. But let's be clear, Pedri's not a super scorer. He's great with the ball, but he's not a super scorer. He may never be, or maybe he will evolve into that. But he's not yet. We started a pretty standard team, right? So, like, we couldn't get a lineup for the entire season. Ronald Koeman couldn't get a lineup that he liked for the entire season. Then he finally settles on like a 3-1-4-2, right? But we start the game. We're doing all right. It wasn't beautiful, but Messi was doing his thing, and we were up 2-0. We started the game with Lenglet, Piqué, and Araujo in the back, okay? We had Busquets right in front, Alba, Pedri, De Jong, and Dembele on the right. Almost like a right wing back, I guess. No, it'd be more of a right half, essentially. But with responsibilities to get back, Messi and Griezmann up top. And I'm thinking, why would he do Dembele down the side? Why don't he use that speed? Okay, but that's fine. Turned out Dembele didn't do too bad. So I reserve judgment, but you know that you have to be solid in the back when you do that. Then he subs at half. He subs Sergio Roberto in. Okay, Sergio Roberto has always been an Achilles heel in the midfield whenever he has defensive responsibilities. He's always been an issue when he was right back. The thought that somebody's going to put him as center back as a sub at half blows my mind. Blows my mind, okay? And I was giving Ronald Koeman credit for being a great defensive strategist, but maybe just didn't understand the offense. The fact that he would put Sergio Roberto as one of three center backs is unfathomable, especially because he likes to overload the team. When Barcelona gets a lead, one of his biggest characteristics is to change the entire dynamic of the team so that they're focused on defense, which never works. I don't understand why he doesn't know that. If it's working in the first half, stick with it. And I think part of the reason this team folds is because they can never depend on what he's going to do with his subs. Think about it. If you're playing for this team, it doesn't matter what position you play. If you're playing for Barcelona, you know that you're never going to be able to possibly even guess what the ending lineup's going to be, ever. Like, you never know what he's going to do. He'll change formation, move positions, put people in positions they shouldn't be at, overload the defense, and then never be able to get any offensive tack. So he puts Sergio Roberto in. Automatically, it doesn't take much time at all for his man to get the ball and score by bad marking. Then he's over here, and then the next play kind of builds from him taking too long in the back to have the ball build up. And I'm just... This Sergio Roberto, I know it sucks. He's probably a really nice guy, but anyone that's followed this team understands. On the defensive end, Roberto has always been a problem for this team. He's the person that can't mark. He's the person that can't get it done. Why do all these coaches put him in a position of great responsibility in important times? I don't understand it. Then they bring Dest in. Right? And Dest, obviously, he only has like 10 so on minutes left in the final of the game. And he's not on because he's a cold. You don't put a defender in late unless you have to. What are you doing? Like, defenders don't get sub late. And then you have Sergio Roberto in the middle. You've got all these weapons. on the bench and you don't play them. So you know what? I'm pretty pissed off, to be completely honest with you, because I gave him a lot of benefit of the doubt. And it's not even that I thought Barcelona could win La Liga. It's the fact that he's always looking like he's panicking. Our coach is always panicking. He's always scrambling. And he never seems to be able to put aside a good substitution rotation for his life. This is a team that's missing direction. And I think that's why we're folding at these end of these games, because there's no consistency. He's telling people, come in, when you watch a game, like even if you're playing in a game and the coach said, okay, you go to the right, you tell, Jose to go to the left. Okay, you let, Marcus know that he needs to go to the middle. Okay, tell the keeper that he's going to play wing, and then run back, switch jerseys. Like, it always feels like a scramble. It always feels like a scramble. And I'm not so frustrated with the result as I'm frustrated with the fact that, first of all, the coach can't decide that you're going to put Sergio Roberto in the defense. PK has been playing terrible. Did we only win? Did we only go on a run because PK and Roberto were injured? Because it seems like these are the two players that, no matter how they're playing, they will always get a starting position or a pivotal position. PK, Roberto will always get a pivotal position. They were playing Levante that wants to go up and down the field, and I understand why you put Dembele and Alba on the sides, and they weren't pushing up too far, but his adjustments are terrible. And then he puts Ricky Puig in at the very, very, very end once we're tied 3-3. It's crazy, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not really adding much to your experience as far as what happened in the game, but the reality is this. The guy wants to play three in the back, and he decides he's going to... He subs in Sergio Roberto, okay? That's what he did. And he always changes the lineup with a lead. Why doesn't he just roll? Why does he have to do so much of a carousel rotation? Clearly, after you hear the comments, the coach doesn't know he's going to be here. And you know what? I see why. Because he has no confidence. This team has no confidence in him. The thing we're lacking is consistency and confidence from the team. All right, guys. I don't even know what exactly to say right now. I'm frustrated. Obviously, you could probably hear it in my voice. I just think this team needs consistency. Ronald Koeman is not showing confidence. And we've just got these random lineups at all given times. And we're crashing at the end. Are we crashing at the end because we're tired and we're not in shape? Or are we crashing because no one knows what's going on? And that this guy is so up and down that the players have given up trying to understand what we're trying to accomplish. Because when you change a formation for half the season, and then you change the lineups at halftime or even at 75 minutes for the entirety of the second half of the season, people don't feel comfortable in their positions. And it feels to me like none of these players are comfortable with what we're trying to end the game with, or they're not on the same page. Either way, they need a leader.